Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please do make sure you are subscribed because subscribing is free, and also please do make sure you hit the notification bell so you do not miss anything every time I upload. Now, if you're new to my channel, sometimes, we make videos, we play, we laugh, we do all of this stuff, but sometimes I do love to do more research and making more of like serious videos. Okay, so today we're talking about South Africa, my country, my birth country. I moved to Canada in 2013, but my whole life I lived in South Africa. Okay, so there's a huge change happening there in terms of the crime, and the new one right now, it seems to be the human trafficking. I mean, we know human trafficking is a problem all over the world, but it seems like in South Africa right now, it's just becoming crazy, okay? It's so crazy to the fact that you cannot travel to South Africa as a woman alone. Okay, if you're one of those people, you like to do your safari and stuff like that, please do make sure you're advised not to go alone in South Africa, okay? As a woman, go with other people, have friends, people that you can trust. I recently read this article on Forbes. They were talking about countries that are not safe for women to travel alone to. And unfortunately, South Africa hold a spot. Number one on the list, okay, out of 20 most dangerous countries or places for women to travel. So number one, South Africa. With this nation scoring poorly on street safety and many other factors, women in South Africa have been historically treated cruelly. But thankfully, situations have been slowly improving, says Ferguson. Often traveling women to South Africa are warned not to bike, drive, walk, or move about alone, and to generally behave conservatively. All right? So there you go. I read that myself, and I was just like very shocked. I was very shocked by my findings, because I was like, okay, this is a country that I grew up in. This is my country. And like what's happening to it, it's really shocking. Okay? It's really shocking what's happening there. The amount of crimes, especially gender-based violence, all right? And it seems like not a lot is happening to combat that, to stop it. It's just like free for all. You understand? It's free for everybody. So human trafficking in South Africa, it happens most of the time right now. Children are not safe. Okay? As a parent, if you live in South Africa, you cannot leave your child not attended. Okay? Even in the grocery stores, children are getting snatched from your cart. Okay, if you're not looking, you have your baby, you putting your baby in a cart. I'm not going to put a video of children on YouTube, but you can Google it. You can literally go right now on Twitter to find those type of videos. You find a baby being snatched from its mother, from a cart, or like a trolley, if you say. You understand? So there was a video circulating not too long ago of this lady. She was in a mall, and this guy was like mysteriously following her, and she was fearing for her life, girl, because in South Africa you cannot just live your life blindfolded and like, oh, everything is groovy. It's no longer groovy, girl. So here's the video. Have a look.
So this man is following me around. I have no idea why he's following me. And he just keeps following me. I have no reason why. And he literally just keeps following me. It's the weirdest thing. He's been tailgating me for no reason. And literally just stands here pretending that he's walking along, and I have no reason why he's doing this. He must think I'm a fucking idiot. Stop fucking following me. Stop following me. You will not human traffic me. Stop fucking following me. I don't know you.
So I recorded him. He saw me recording him. He just walked away. He didn't say anything. He literally just walked away. I went to the security guards in the mall and I showed them the pictures that I have and the video that I have. I also want to just thank the lady that works at Castello Shoes. She was so kind. I walked in, I told her that this guy is following me, and I just pretended to shop, and this guy would just not leave. He was literally just standing outside of the shop waiting for me to come outside. I got pissed and I decided to go and confront him. Okay. So then I went to security, and I am so impressed by Mainland Mall security. They literally found this guy so quickly. Once I showed them the video and the pictures, they were able to identify him and get him. So I don't know if he took pictures of me or videos of me, because he was just literally just following me, and he wouldn't leave the shoe shop. Like, he wouldn't stop walking outside waiting for me to come outside. So after the security got him, they escorted me to Woolworths, and I purchased a brand new outfit, new shoes, and I got a dress, and I changed because I don't know if it's a syndicate and if he sent pictures of me to other people. But guys, please be careful. If somebody is following you, don't be quiet. Record them, speak out loud, cause a scene. Being kind has killed a lot of women. Always cause a scene, and then take all the evidence that you have to security, and just be careful, guys. A lot of times you see these things on social media, you never think it would happen to you. It happened to me today, and I am, quite frankly, very traumatized.
So there you see it. There you go. I mean, it's such a traumatizing experience. Like, I mean, kudos to her for having the wit and the smarts to actually do something about it. I mean, there are a lot of women, unfortunately, who fell for this type of things, and you feel like a guy is smitten by you, a guy wants to have a chat with you. Not in South Africa. You can never just talk to a stranger, a guy that you do not know. That would be the last time you ever speak to anybody in your freedom. Do you understand? Women in South Africa are not free. Okay, this is such a sad thing that's happening. I don't know what the government is doing. These videos, we keep seeing them. The funny thing, I won't say the funny thing, the scary thing that I noticed was, when I found this video on Twitter, a lot of people that were commenting below the video, it was really shocking, because a lot of women have had an encounter with this man. And they're telling the very same kind of story. You know, he would come and talk to you, sob, whatever. Like what she said, you know, she talked about, you know, she doesn't know if this is a syndicate. Kudos to her to going and change the outfit, because she said this guy took a picture of her, you know. What if he's taken a picture, he's sent to somebody outside, they've been like following you, or maybe they're parked next to your car. Like, you never know. You can never live free. Women in South Africa are not free. You understand me? They're not free. They need help. And what the shocking thing to me, which I gotta right now, I gotta talk to the man of South Africa. The man of South Africa. This woman was out there shouting, fighting for her life. There were a whole bunch of guys that were passing, you know, walking, you know, didn't care, and they didn't feel like they had to stop and find out what's going on. Like, she's talking about human trafficking. You will not human traffic me today. And you don't feel like you would stop. It's not actually even a man, like anybody who's a South African, that you feel like women of South Africa need protection. You just pass? Like seriously, like, that was just shocking to me. I was like, South African men, nigupi. Nigupi. These women are crying every day, okay? What these people do, it's very shocking when they get you, all right? I read most of these things. When they traffic you, right? If you're a beautiful woman, you know, you look gorgeous, they want to just sell you for you'll be their slave, okay? You'll work for them. Right? They'll force you to sleep. I won't say it's just, I don't want to use it. They will force you to get armed by over 10 men a day so that they make their money, and then they go back to wherever they come from and claim, hey, yeah, you know, I'm working over other people's bodies, getting enslaved. Really, you know, this actually reminds me of that I found more information, because I was very intrigued about that movie that just came out, The Woman King, from the Dahomey or Dahomey, the Dahomey women that there were warriors and stuff like that, and how it became that they ended up enslaving other Africans to be sold to, slavers from around the world. You understand? So I read more into that, and I kind of I feel a ways on why they're coming into South Africa to do that. We all know who's doing it. We all know who came there to do what. And African men, you want to come and enslave African women? I understand a lot of people want this pan-Africanism, whatever, but no. Okay. So again, today I found this information. Okay, I guess they found this guy. Apparently that's the guy that was on that video following the woman that recorded him. And they say, stop what you're doing and retweet the image of this Nigerian who has been cited in a number of cases of attempted kidnappings in Mainland Mall, Sentin City Mall, Mall of Africa, Fourways Mall, and other malls in Gauteng. Gauteng is one of the provinces in South Africa. If you see this man, run for your life. He is a kidnapper. Okay, that is scary. All right. So I was very intrigued at some of the people, what they were saying underneath that tweet. So there was this guy I found. Hold on, let me put it. Okay, here we go. This guy said a Nigerian terrorizing South Africans in their own country. Tell him to try it in Nairobi. He will report himself to the police. And I say, take some guy, I think it was the flag says Nigeria, from Nigeria. Take a rest. Indians control you in your land. Well, come here and unleash that card you are playing in South Africa. That's when you realize how important your testicles are to you. This is all this is all they're known for. Commit atrocities and defend it and use cheap clapbacks. I mean, like, wow. So this just shows to me in other countries, they don't fall for this BS. They don't fall for the BS of saying, when you try to fight for your country, people get labeled to be xenophobic. They use all of those words. Let me put it clear to you. South African women and children are not safe right now, okay? South African women and children are enduring slavery in 2022. And when they speak out, they are labeled xenophobic. And why do I say this? Is if you go find this information that I found on Twitter, I was very shocked at the way people were commenting. I would say people from Nigeria were commenting, the way they would defend this type of behavior. And that is sickening to me. How do you defend this type of behavior? I am not saying that all Nigerians, they're all like, they human traffic women and children in South Africa and all that. There are very educated Nigerians that live in South Africa all over the world. They're very educated people, and they get also labeled with these things that the brothers are committing all over the world. You understand? So now they also have to take the fall because of, the way I saw, they're not getting condemned. And that is scary, you guys. That is so scary. You're xenophobic. Like the way I read xenophobic like over 100 times. Xenophobic, oh, this is xenophobic. Like, no, you're missing the point. The point is South African women and children are not safe right now. They are literally fighting for their lives. All right? They're fighting for their lives because who knows, once they get taken, who knows where they go. It's either they get forced into prostitution, get art every day by men they don't know, and they're not even getting paid for it. That is the sad part, which I'm not condoning that, but I'm just saying nobody has to be forced to work for free. That is exactly what happened in the slavery times. Over in the 1800s, where slave Africans were taken to wherever all around the world and they were forced to work without getting paid. And that's what right now women and children of South Africa are going through. And when they speak, you're xenophobic. xenophobic. I mean, we got to talk about this type of things, guys. I know it's not a good, it's very sensitive, right? It's very sensitive. I mean, you don't like to hear what people say about your country and they putting your country down. But sometimes this type of things have to be tackled. And I wholeheartedly blame the government of South Africa. Okay, there's a lot of corruption going on in South Africa. Nobody's being vetted when they come into the country. It's a free for all. That's why they do what they're doing. Because sometimes, even if you go and report it in to the police, some of those police are in the pockets of those guys who are busy committing these crimes. So who do you run to? Who do you run to? So South Africa is just a country that's run by syndicates. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's so sickening. I have a video here. I just want to show you guys. I just look.
Two Nigerian nationals are on trial for kidnapping, human trafficking and rape in the South Gauteng High Court in Johannesburg. The pair are believed to be part of a syndicate. And please be aware that some of the following visuals are graphic.
With most human trafficking cases, the modus operandi is the same. In this matter, the victim was lured with the promise of employment in Gauteng. She was held captive at the alleged perpetrator's home and sexually exploited. A crime that preys on the vulnerable and desperate. The victim, one of several recruited from an impoverished community in Uppington in the Northern Cape. 23-year-olds Frank Anako and his co-accused Ilo Samadino, the alleged traffickers. Anako insists, though, he is innocent and maintains his roommate Jerry, who is still at large, was the mastermind.
I gave them the phone number of Jerry. Secondly, when we got to the police, I told them, please, can we wait a little bit and go back to the house and keep quiet for some time that Jerry will come in. But I told the police, but they refused.
During a month-long ordeal, she was allegedly drugged and repeatedly raped. The 21-year-old's services were advertised on websites like this.
He says that police officer, when he came in and saw that it was Nigerian, he said, no need. As long as it's Nigerians, what they are doing is to kidnap colored people.
The trial continues next month. Gillian Pillay, SABC News, Johannesburg.
So there you see it. I'm just so sick to my stomach just hearing about this whole thing. It's so sad that every morning, sometimes when I go on, busy going on to my life and I check on Twitter, I see missing child, missing this, kidnapping, this and that and this. It's tiring. It really is tiring. Like, I do feel like there's a huge syndicate about this whole thing that's happening in South Africa. So be warned. Never go to South Africa alone, let alone taking your children. I know some of y'all want to go to South Africa. Oh, let's go do a safari. Let's go do this. Let's go. No, it's not safe. I'm telling you, it's not safe. Especially if you're just a foreigner, you come from wherever and you don't know what's happening in Africa. Africa, it's, oh my gosh, it's just so much that just sickens me. It's too much, and it's sad that as we speak right now, there are people that are enduring what this human trafficking is going on in South Africa. South Africa was a great country, man. Wow. I remember when I was growing up in South Africa, I used to go play outside. As a child, we used to go play outside in our street, right? The street that I grew up in, we used to go play. I grew up in Johannesburg, in the East Rand, okay? Most people come from other parts of South Africa, like They come for work and stuff like that. So we all stay in this township. Everybody speak a different language. So as children, we also like just want to play with each other, with everybody, you know. So you learn their languages and that kind of stuff. That's how I learned how to speak so many South African languages. So I can like blend anywhere I go in the country. So yeah, I can quickly tell that you're not from here. And if you're trying to do something to me, you understand? Right now, South African children they can't go play outside. They cannot go play outside. If they go play outside, there's gonna be somebody out there scouting them, just like they can kidnap them, take your children. You know, some of the kids, some guys, it's just some of the things I cannot say because I don't want my channel to be demonetized. But go read, okay? Human organs, read about it. What's happening in South Africa? South African people are angry and they are tired living in fear in their own country. You understand? I would love to see, like, there are a lot of other people that are from outside and they know that their countrymen are in South Africa doing all this atrocity. You understand? They condemn that. But there are just other people. They're like, oh no, you're xenophobic. Oh no, you're xenophobic. No, I don't wanna be forced into a life of slavery. Okay? If I say that, then I'm xenophobic. Yeah, let me be xenophobic. All right? I don't want my children to be forced into a life of slavery. Okay? Yeah, by all means, call me xenophobic. All right? You can't, like, seriously, we need to face this type of issues, and they need, like, the problem is this political correctness that's just consumed people today. It allows criminals to do as they wish because they know they have a backup of somebody that's just gonna pipe up, you're xenophobic. You're xenophobic. For who? For my life? Yeah, let me be xenophobic. I don't want to be kidnapped. Yeah, let it be. I'm xenophobic then. You understand? So there's a whole bunch of videos. Like, I can play them for you all day and stuff. But I just want you guys to look at this few ones here that I'm going to play for you. Okay?
That problem, and we also have to make it a problem with Nigeria. Too many of your citizens are involved in this type of crime in our country. You remember I said with health we must collect the money? Yeah. If you vote for me to be the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I will go. I'll go to Nigeria.
I thought, Premier, this was not going to go there. You were on a good path.
Yes. To go to Nigeria and say we are arresting too many of your citizens involved in this type of crime. It's not xenophobia. We work with that government to say, we've got to solve it. Your citizens are free to come to our country, but they contribute to a problem, a particular area.
We want to work with you basically in terms of the people-to-people engagement. We already have a program put together by a Nigerian lady in South Africa on what can be done here in terms of having that conversation among the people. There's no conversation, there's no problem, government to government. The problem is the people to people. A few Nigerians definitely have committed some crimes in South Africa, but that doesn't make every Nigerian a criminal. A few South Africans have put up some xenophobic attacks, but that doesn't make every South African xenophobic. And it's very important for Nigeria and South Africa for us to have those conversations, people-to-people level, and then cultural exchanges.
So you guys saw that. I mean, you can go ask any South African about the human trafficking of women and children. Who are the most people that are doing it? They'll tell you who they are. And they're unapologetic about it. But sometimes when you say who is doing it, then you will be labeled xenophobic. You understand what I mean? Yeah, I do not agree with South Africans that will take the law into their own hands. But let me tell you something, okay? When they finally do that, they are hurtful because most of the police are also taking bribes from the criminals. Okay? They take bribes from the criminals. And then people get frustrated and they do what they do. And I do not condone that. But I will also say, I will not be human trafficked. I am so afraid to go to South Africa. It's my country. I am afraid. Okay. I still have family in South Africa. Okay. Every day I text them, okay, you can't play outside. You gotta lock yourself in the house. You can't live in fear. That's what South Africans are doing right now. They live in fear of their own lives and their children's lives because they're afraid. When you talk, they will label you. But in other African countries, they have no problem to tell you what they do. In Nairobi, they tell you what they will do to you. And what's sickening to me, like with this type of things they're doing, like especially selling drugs to children. Did you know that Nigerians sell drugs to school children outside the school gate? Did you know that? Do you know? You probably won't know. I mean, I guess me saying this is xenophobic. You understand? They sell drugs to children. That's why in South Africa, there's a lot of children who are taking drugs. They're very good at this. I feel like they really, really, really have mastered feeding drugs to children. I don't think that Nigerians would feed drugs to their own. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. But they have to make money off of other people. And what is that? Slavery, right? There was a guy in South Africa, a Nigerian national, that kept a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old. Okay? Fed her drugs and then made her to go work for him. What do we call that? Isn't that sick? That is disgusting. I just can't, I'm appalled how disgusting other human beings react to children. But at the same time, they know they get condoned to do all of these things, okay? We have people that in the EFF that condone this type of nonsense, okay? Saying that there is nothing unusual about human trafficking. It's been there for, like, are you serious right now? You serious? But I know for sure that there are other countries out there that they don't want this type of sicknesses, okay? They all want United Africa in South Africa. Did y'all know that? But another thing that I don't understand is if South Africa is so xenophobic and South Africa is what South Africa is, why do people keep flocking there then? Why do people keep going there? I would never go to Germany because I just don't see myself going there. I don't want to go. It's not that I won't afford to go there. Yeah, I can go. Like, I can go whenever I want, but it's one of the countries that I will never go. But there are other African countries that they themselves don't want this Pan-Africanist or whatever you call it. Okay? They don't want it. People in Zambia, they don't want that. But everybody else they want to remind South Africans how an African brother should be treated, while the African brother do what they do to South African women and children. That I am not backing down from. I will keep saying it over and over again. Leave South African women and children alone. Okay? You want to do your traffic, whatever, go traffic your own. All right? They call South Africans, oh, you're the AIDS capital of the world, blah, blah, blah. The insult is quite comical to me. I always say, jokes write themselves. If we're all these bad things about South Africa, why do y'all come there? Like I said, I would never go to a country that treats me inhumane. I would never. I would never. I would never go to Germany because I know the history. I would never go there. There are other places in America that I would never go there because, I know their history and it's still brewing till today. But people want to turn a blind side eye about what's happening right now in South Africa. South Africans behave the way they do because they are tired, guys. It's so sad, okay? If it hasn't happened to your family, you won't have the same views, okay? The people crying every day. Their children are gone. Their children are gone. I'm going to tell you something. There was, in South Africa, right? When you go to like clubbing, you want to go grooving, you want to go partying with your friends. When you are there, do not accept a drink. Like when you order a drink from a bartender and stuff like that and bring it to your table. No, girl, that's dangerous. You can't do that now. When you're ordering a drink, go sit there at the bar table, watch what they do. Watch what they do. Okay? There was a place in Woodmead. It was a news cafe. Allegedly, they were saying that people go there when they get their drinks. The girls just like boom down. They just drop down like they faint or whatever. And some like the bouncers just grab them and then take them outside. And a car comes in and then boom, they're gone. They're gone. Why? What's going on? You can't trust anything. You can't trust anything in South Africa. South Africa is run by mafias, is a crime scene. The whole country is a crime scene. I have children of my own. I live in Canada. I feel like I live comfortably safe here, okay, compared to when I'm in South Africa. And I have vowed to not ever, my children, my daughter, I have a daughter, my daughter, she once went to South Africa a few times until 2019 when you know what happened, okay? Because I can't say the road because I'm going to get demonetized and stuff. But I say this to say that my children will never go to South Africa because I don't want my children to be part of the statistics of, oh, your children got kidnapped, blah, blah, blah. Never gonna happen. When I go to South Africa, I've got family that also work in the police force. When I go to South Africa, because I know what happens, sometimes the people that when you rent a car, they sometimes, allegedly, okay, some of them work with them criminals and they can send, oh, go follow them and then, they take your belongings or they, kidnap you, whatever, extort you for money. You understand? I'm not that girl, all right? You may say, why are you renting a car going back into your country? I live in Canada, okay? I just have family there, okay? They have their own cars. I don't want to be a bother to them. So I always rent. I would never buy a car that I don't even use for 2 years or a year and a half, whatever, right? So that does not make sense to me. So I always like rent a car. So when I go there, I get my brothers, they come fetch me, they come with me. And sometimes I get my uncle, come there with me. And, he's been in the police force forever. And then he would come with me. And I could just make sure that, listen, you ain't gonna do this. Don't, South Africa, guys, like I am I'm always just so afraid to go back to my home, to go see my family. How sad is that? How sad is that? And it only now as it's escalating now. It never used to be like this. It never used to be like this. Like I said, like we would play outside. We had games. We would play for we had summer games. We had winter games. Like we would play all day. You come back in the house late, like 6 p.m. You're tired. You're done. Same thing tomorrow. We're playing, especially when we don't have school. We play with our friends. Children in South Africa today cannot do this. They can't. They can't do this. Children, they can't even walk to school without some random car stopping right next to them and taking them. And I also would say, with the corruption in South Africa, that's what's adding to this whole situation is people in South Africa, South Africans, okay? They have no jobs. People are poor. People are hungry and they are waiting for any opportunity for them to make money. Okay. So some of this, this crime syndicate people that are human trafficking, they also work with South Africans. And that is sad. That is extremely sad. These South Africans, they would talk to you, they would come to you. So you don't suspect that they are they're up to something. That's why I am going to keep stressing to you. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to you. You never know when that day and time. If you don't know this person, you do not talk to them. I also found out another story that some of these people, they come to you, they use voodoo on you. Okay, so you just get off guard. You let your guard down, and then boom, you're gone. That's it. You're done. They're gone. They've taken you wherever they've taken you. If you're not of a use for them, they harvest your organs. And I'm sorry, guys. Like that's what's happening in South Africa. I know a lot of you don't want to say. It's easy to fix this. The corrupt government is gotta go. Okay, it's gotta go. It also comes back to us Africans. We don't care about one another. We will do harm to one another so easy and without hesitant. Because if you're gonna gain something, yes, you're gonna do it. Go do a research about what happened with the Dahomey warriors and what they did to the black people, how they sold them to slavers. You understand? And what, like, it's sickening me. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to warn you, or just to put light to you, just for you to know what's happening out there. So you don't just go out there and letting your gut, like, if you got to question everything. Me, everything in life, I put why to everything. Why is this person following me? Why this person is talking to me? I don't know this person. What does he want? Okay. Another thing that I'm gonna give you as a it's like a warning. It's not a warning, but I'm just saying, like, if you're driving in South Africa, right? If you feel like a car is following you, change lanes 5 times. Change to your left, to your right. Change. If this car keeps following you, you know you are in danger. Okay? You have to drive to the next police station. Okay? In South Africa right now, if you're driving at night and some blue light car stops you, listen to me, okay? You can't trust anything. You ask yourself why. I'm driving the right speed limit. Why am I being stopped? What's going on? Okay, I've read some stories of other people that they got stopped by those blue light cars, and that was their end. Okay, that was the end. So you just, if I don't see you as a branded police car, I ain't stopping. I'm going straight. That's what South African crime has accustomed people. Because nobody's going to be there to help you. I also do feel like if you're going to South Africa, put a microchip on you. I'm just like, if I go to South Africa, I'm definitely doing that, girl. I don't care. I don't care if the government of Canada is following me. I don't let them follow me when I'm in South Africa, because I know if shit goes down, they'll come there, because I'm a Canadian citizen. They will come get me. You understand me? You guys you can't, I don't know how I'm going to keep stressing this. You can't just live your life like, this was when South Africa was safe. It's not safe there, guys. Like, seriously, hold your kids. Do not, like, if you have a small child, I know some people do this. If you have a small child and you go do your grocery shopping, as most people like to put their children in the trolley, okay? Don't do that. Don't ever do that. You can do that if you have other family, but don't ever go to places alone. If you go to malls, you ladies, if you're going to a mall, please stop dressing up like you guys are going to some award show. Okay, nobody cares, and nobody cares. If you do that, you're putting yourself as a target. Wear sneakers, okay? Wear sneakers. Don't put on a wig. Put on a hat. Like Yazin, wear sneakers when you know shit is going down. You're able to run. How you gonna run with your 6-inch stilettos? I know, guys. Like, I mean, this is the new world we live in. This is the new world we live in. If you are in South Africa, I don't know about other countries. I'm not going to talk about what's happening in Zimbabwe, what's happening in Namibia, what's happening in all these other African countries. I know all of those other African countries, they've got the borders. You can just come there. I'm African. No, they don't care about that. They want to see your papers. They want to know what you're here for. They want to know when you're leaving. How are you going to support yourself? Where's your money? What you doing this? What, you understand what I mean? Those other African countries have all of those things in place. South Africa, when they do all of things, they're xenophobic. I mean, like, seriously, that word doesn't hold any meaning to it, which is sad because being xenophobia is very serious. But you cannot call somebody that they're xenophobic for enforcing the country's laws. When you enforce country's laws, you're called xenophobic. Make it make sense. Other countries are doing it. You can't come to Canada without no visa, child. You can't come here. How do you think I got myself to a status of being a Canadian citizen? How do you think I did that? I applied. They want to see my documents. From day one, I landed here in Canada. They wanted to know who am I? What are you here for? How are you going to support yourself? Where are you going to live? Like, why is South Africa can't do that? Why? Which is the sad part. Most of African countries do that. You go to Zimbabwe without papers, you're going to jail. They don't play with you. You're going to jail. But oh no, you come to South Africa, first of all, going to any country illegally, you've already committed a crime. But most countries all over Africa, they say, I am not illegal in my African land. But you try to go to their country, girl. In Ghana, they have a sort of identification for everybody who's a foreigner. And you have to have that with you all the time. But in South Africa, if they want to see your papers, you're xenophobic. You're xenophobic. People coming here in South Africa with fake papers, you've got fake papers. You're xenophobic. You're xenophobic. Like, seriously, why is that word just being used just casually? Just casually. Like, it makes no sense to me. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please protect your loved ones, protect your children, especially South African men. You guys have a duty to protect your women and children. You see a woman crying in the mall, shouting that I'm being human trafficked, you act. You do something about it. Stop being a chicken. You do something about it. Okay? Grow some balls and you protect the South African women and children. Okay? I'm going to do another video where we're talking about voter education because a lot of people don't even know about that. But I don't want my channel to be political. Every so often, I just want to like enlighten people. And then, some of the times we just have fun, we laugh and whatever. But, listen, protect your own. Because these people, most foreigners, they only protect their own. They will go to any length to protect their own. Even though they know their own are doing the wrong, they protect their own. Why can't South Africans do that? We have to come together and protect our own. Protect your children, especially your children and women. You protect those by all means. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys. You take care. Watch where you're going. Text people where you are. Send people locations where you are. If you feel like you're unsafe, quickly do that. Okay, that's very important. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it enlightened you. I hope you see something. Yeah, I mean, we have to love one another, but at the same time, we also have to protect each other. Okay? Anyway, so thank you so much, and I will see you again on my next one. Ciao now.